Hi, AJ Davis here again, and we are back to do the next step in our creation of the fairy character. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to pull up one of my tools. I like to use the background removal tool to do this. You can use any tool you want to, but I just prefer using this one because I think it gives me better control. So I'm going to take, and first of all, take that image of the fairy that we did in the last video, and I'm going to crop it down, which will also clean up the edge lines a bit. So we have just the base image of what I'm looking for here. Okay, and I want her a little bit centered. Okay, so, and go ahead and we got that cropped down. I like the way that looks, and I'm going to go ahead and save that. Now, in my computer, it saves the stuff to the recent folder. But my next step is to go in and pull up the tool that I use to create my AI digital images from my digital drawing designs. I use Dream. It is a pretty good tool to use. I have actually paid for a 30-day or for a 1-year subscription for this, so because it wasn't real expensive, but it was an investment for what I needed for this, so I can improve my artwork. So I can deduct it from taxes later. Okay, so the first step I'm going to do, excuse me, is I'm going to go ahead and type in a key prompt. See, I got to enter a key prompt here. I don't know if you can actually see that very well or not, but I got to enter a key prompt, and we're going to go ahead and we're going to type flying winged fairy. Okay, and I like to use the Gouache to create the basic image design. There are several different styles I could choose from, but that's the one I like to do to get to my basic image design. Next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get the base image that I'm going to create from, which is our little fairy that we drew. Okay, so I'm going to take her and I'm going to expand that out, center her, and save that. And this is going to base the image that it generates on the drawing that I did. Now, I'm going to try it first at normal, which is the halfway mark. It's either weak, normal, or strong that you choose from. Normal gives you a close proximity to what you've actually designed, what you've actually put input as far as the picture goes, or the image that you're basing it on. So we're going to try that first and see what it looks like. Don't like that. Okay, I'm going to go back. I want to make it strong. And I'm going to do it again. I'll let it generate another one. Okay, and we're going to see what this one looks like. Not quite. So I'm going to go ahead and generate that again. To try for a new result. Still not quite close. Do it again. And sometimes I repeat this process several times before I actually get an image I like that I want to base my fairy off of, or my drawing off of. And sometimes it comes up with somebody else's artwork and not a computer generated piece. which is what I'm looking for, is a computer-generated piece. It's not somebody else's artwork. Ew, definitely not. Not even close to our style here. Nope. I have been known to have to play around with this for hours before I get what I'm looking for. Nope. But I'm hoping this isn't going to take hours to generate the fairy that I'm looking for to base the anime version off of that I want to do. Because my style that I'm using for the Strong Oak collection is all anime style. So I want to make sure I have images that'll work well with anime. Ah, that's a little better. Not quite what I'm looking for, but close. So we're going to go ahead and... Oh, that's somebody else's work. We're not going to save that. Oh. So that's another thing with this program that I have an issue with. It does generate stuff that other people have generated and saved, and it's usually marked by their name at the bottom of it. And what I want is original stuff, not somebody else's that looks close to mine. Not even close. No. That one was a little bit closer, but still not right. That's a little more like it. I think we can base our image off of this one. Now, I don't know how well you can actually see this image. Let me see if I can back it up and make it there we go. Back up the camera a little bit and make it look a little less overexposed. And we're going to go ahead and save this one. And we're going to just call it Fairy 1. And hit publish, which will actually save it to the program itself. That way it's actually published in my list, as you can see, My Davis Emporium, my list of AI images that I've generated. And we're going to open this up. Now, sometimes this fights with me as far as opening the actual image while I'm trying to load it in or save it to my computer. But we're going to fight with it here and make it work. There we go. So it's actually got my little image there. I don't know if you can see that very well, but my little image is right there. And we're going to save this to my files. Save. And we're going to get out of this program. Now, I'm going to go into a different program, which is my Photo Director, which I like to use quite often. And I'm going to use this to crop that version down even more, because when it comes through, when it loads into the computer, it loads in as a trading card. And I don't really want the trading card. See, it has Dream AI at the bottom of it, and made with Dream. the title up here, Fairy 1. So I'm going to crop that down. And I'm going to crop it down to the size I normally work with, which is a 4:3 configuration. Up. Okay, and reposition this where I want it. Right there. And there we go. Crop down. Download to my computer. And it is now ready to work with. Now I'm going to go back into Dream again. Go back to the prompts. Now this time I'm just going to select the same prompt I had before. So I'm going to pull up my previous prompts, which I can do since I actually did pay for a year subscription on this. And I get all the premium services. And just once it decides to load here, come on. There we go. And pick up Flying Winged Fairy. And this time I'm going to select the anime for the style. Hit too soon. And I'm going to go back in and I'm going to select this fairy. For the base image. Next. Let that load up. Okay. And I want to leave this on normal because I don't want it to be an exact replica of it. I want it to be its own entity. I want it to look different. I want to see what it's going to generate. Okay, not quite right. And again, play around with different ones to see what I like. Till it generates one that I do like. It's not showing the face. I want the face. It's showing me the back of her head, which I don't want to see. I drew eyes on her for a reason. Eyes and lips and nose. Okay, that has no face. Another shot from the back. Not what I'm looking for. Another one faceless. I think because the fairy that I'm generating it from didn't actually have a face, that it might be a lot of faceless and back of fairy shots that I'm going to wind up getting here. Yeah, these aren't quite coming out right because the image that I have it based on is not quite right. My little art partner decided she wanted to climb on my lap. Okay, I'm going to change the parameter on this a little bit, and I'm going to make this weak now because I really want it to actually come up with a face. I'm hoping if I do it weak, it'll actually give me a face shot here. Okay, that one's going to fight with me because it's The internet has slowed down on me a little bit, and of course these are all apps are all internet based. Now I've got furry help. Yeah, this is Patty. She's sweet and lovable, but she doesn't like to be held. And she gets under my arm while I'm trying to work. So it's a little difficult for me to do what I need to do sometimes. Yes, I love you, little girl. Okay, sometimes if I do this, it forces it to... Yeah, there we go. Yeah. It's nice, but not quite what I'm looking for. So I'm not even going to publish that. I'm just going to regenerate again. Another shot from the back. Looks like it was a repeated one that they gave me before, too. I don't get many repeats. Yeah, nope, not what I want. Okay, I'm still not getting what I'm looking for here, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to try it. Sometimes I can skip the gouch step and generate with the anime and come up with a decent result. So since I'm having trouble with the gouch replication that I got, I'm going to try it just directly with my drawing with the anime and see what it comes up with for me. Sometimes it does well, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, nice, but not quite because I don't see her face. I want her face. And now you see why this had to be its own separate video. Because we're already 18 minutes, almost 18 minutes into creating this video, and I'm still trying to come up with something that I like here. This one's not going to cooperate. There it goes. Nope. Somebody else's work too. And not even close to what I was looking for.